Welcome to the Am I Wrong podcast. I'm Griffin. This is Joe, and we are recording from beautiful nature, the nature background. This is actually a green screen, believe it or not.
Stop it. This is the real thing. We out here in the middle of the woods. I don't want to say exactly where we are, but we're in the middle of the woods, and we're excited to be back. This is going to be a spicy one.
Yeah, in the woods, drinking moonshine.
Yep. I wish you knew country songs. That way we could sing a little bit, but you're not as cultured.
I'll pass on that one, Joe.
She hasn't put you on no Chris Stapleton or nothing like that?
I mean, I know who he is.
But you're not listening to him?
He's probably, like, of country music, he is probably, like, the better artist. But he definitely not on the playlist or anything.
Oh, good. What about Zach? Is that
No? No, well, zero countries on the playlist, first of all.
At all?
Zero.
Do you not have not legit one song you like?
Not one single song.
Is it because you just haven't given it the try, or you just really don't like it?
Joe, I've been not listening, but I've been having country music tried to be forced on me for like 7 years. So,
I guess.
Yeah. So, but I just, I don't. It's not for me.
Okay.
It's not for me, but like I said, Chris Stapleton, like I could tell the oh, okay, this is this is not too bad, Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
Some of it, but yeah, no, zero country on the playlist though. Zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Let's do it, Griff.
Joe.
So what is this episode? What are we doing in this episode?
Well, in this episode, we're gonna go down the roster.
Yes.
Packers, Steelers, and we're gonna decide who's better. I mean,
yeah.
That's
Let's do it.
Pretty simple. But first off, Joe, give me your Aaron Rodgers takes. What are you thinking? Because that's the kind of the latest news in Steelers town.
One man's garbage is another man's treasure is what we like to say.
Usually they say trash, but I got.
It's the same thing, But I think what we have here is someone who's going to be a team player, for first and foremost, and he's going to be the most consistent quarterback we have for quite some time since Ben retired. Even before since Ben 2 years before he retired. So, we're excited to have that, and then to have DK as his physical specimen on the outside there. It's just going to be really good to see. I hope that we give him the keys, and I hope that he excels. And, we're not expecting him to put up 300 yards every game. What we are expecting him to do is convert those third downs, get us in the end zone, and let our defense do what they do, which is lead. Our offense comes second, as you already know. However, we just need somebody who can manage the game for us and can do it at a really high level. And I think he can for us to make us get to a Super Bowl, even a playoff. Playoff for sure. Playoff, we got to win the playoff game now. We got to. It only makes sense. And I think a lot is actually, let me wrap it up by saying this. Mike Tomlin, you're even more now on the hot seat than ever because you fought to get this guy in here, which is justified. Understood with how, the draft and everything else went. However, you now have a quarterback that you wanted for a long time in your organization, and you cannot go 500. You can't go 5.5 either. You got to go 700. You got to go 800 for this to work, because being mediocre with someone who's not mediocre, though they are in their later years of playing, is just not going to make sense.
Okay.
What's up?
Man, Joe, I think you're going to be. I like that you have these expectations because now I know. I'm going to be able to see the disappointment in your eyes.
No, but you mentioned it though. You mentioned it before we even started. Like, before the season, as the season was ending, you said, like, Aaron Rodgers was going to join the Steelers.
I did. I think I maybe was the first one to ever say that.
You did. Yeah, you were.
So, yeah, that was before there was any rumblings whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Joe, we might as well just jump right into the Steelers versus the Packers, roster versus roster. And I'm going to let you know right now, Joe, it's not looking too good for the Steelers. Let's do it like this. There's got to be rules to this, Greg. What are the rules?
There's rules to this.
What are the rules?
You can't just say, he's just better.
Okay.
I can't hear that from you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
Two, college does matter.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Is that okay to say?
Not really, but okay.
Okay. All right. Fine.
If you want to argue a little bit of college,
I'm going to bring college into it.
Okay.
Because I got rookies as well.
Okay. We'll see.
And then I think it's fair that we already established on offense. We're gonna start offensively.
Yeah, we can do it.
If you start offensively, let's establish who's already what in terms of like who's winning what position already. I would say you have running back by default because you do have a top 5 running back. So I'll give you guys running back in that sense.
Okay.
The second tier and the third tier guys, I mean, because they average out with who you have as number 1, I think I'll give you that. Okay. That's.
I mean, let's just start, Joe. Let's start at the top.
All right.
Let's start at the top.
Go ahead, Griff. Where do you want to start?
Quarterbacks. Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
What's your opinion on that, Joe?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers in the sense he had a better season last year. He probably would have had a better season the year before that too, if he didn't get injured. But I think Jordan still has a lot to prove. You can't say that he's better than Aaron Rodgers.
So here's the thing, Joe. Jordan Love is better than Aaron Rodgers. And
in what sense?
Let me just start with this. So if you want to say he had a better season, he had I think 5,000 more yards as being Aaron Rodgers. So he had 3,800 something yards. Jordan Love I think had like 3,300. But also that's 3 games less. So let's just say if Jordan Love had 200 yards a game, which is not a ton of yards, he has more yards than him. But whatever. He's also much younger. This is Aaron Rodgers' last season.
Sure.
Jordan Love is a better player right now than Aaron Rodgers is.
That's not what the stats say though.
Oh, Joe, I just told you that I think per game, Jordan Love probably had more yards per game. He just missed more time. So are we penalizing him for missing 3 games? He had 2 half games and 2 full games.
My man's had a whole Achilles injury the season before though.
Okay, but he played every game.
Okay. Still on a worse team though, and had better stats than your guy.
He only had Joe. Okay, he had 3 more touchdowns.
Yep.
And the same amount of interceptions.
Yeah.
So I'm not really convinced that 3 touchdowns and 500 yards is better in 3 less games.
Okay, well, let's say he did play the other 3 games. He would have had a higher interception ratio, wouldn't he?
He could possibly have had a couple more interceptions,
okay.
But he would have definitely had at least 1 touchdown a game.
Okay.
So he would have ended with likely more touchdowns, more yards, and a couple more picks.
So he would have ended with 100 more yards if he had 200 yards passing. Is what you're saying, right?
At least,
if he had 200,
sure.
In the last 3 games, 600, which is what he's falling 500. Yeah. So he have 100 more yards passing, and in those 3 games, how many? 2 more interceptions?
Maybe 2 more interceptions.
So you're defending him.
He would have more touchdowns as well. But this is all hypothetical because it's if he wasn't injured. But obviously, this is obvious that Jordan Love is a better player right now than Aaron Rodgers.
No, he's not. He's also injury prone.
He had 1 injury.
What happened the season before that? Wasn't he injured too? Jordan Love wasn't injured the season before that?
No.
At all? He played all 17 games?
Yes.
Okay. Still, the numbers say otherwise, Griff.
No, they don't.
You got to give me that.
No.
Yes, you do.
Jordan Love now
he also trains your quarterback.
That doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? He's a better quarterback than you.
Okay, Drew Bledsoe trains Tom Brady. Does that mean Drew Bledsoe's better? No, it doesn't.
No, but he ain't got the stats to back it up. Aaron does. Say he's better. He was better last season, wasn't he?
No, he was not.
He was better last season.
No, he was not.
The stats say themselves.
Joe, you're just saying the stats say that because even with the hypothetical, Jordan Love has more touchdowns and more yards, and
he has 100 more yards and more interceptions.
That's at least 100 more yards
and more interceptions, guaranteed.
Like two.
We don't know that.
Like 2, 3 max.
We don't know that.
Obviously, we also don't know that he doesn't have 300, 400.
How many games did he play?
He played. Well, we're gonna add the 2 half games because he went out for the first half and then out a different half.
Yeah.
And then 2 full games, so that let's just call it 14 games.
Okay. So it was damn near an interception every game.
Well, he had 11 interceptions, so no.
Damn near interception every game, right? So he would have had at least 2, 3 interceptions. Two guaranteed.
Okay, let's just call it 2 picks, 5 touchdowns, and
5 touchdowns.
You can't have 5 touchdowns in 3 games.
3 games. How many? He had 25. He had 25 touchdowns in 14 games. What's that? What's the average on that? That's
almost 2.
Almost 2.
Exactly. So that's the same thing. Almost 2 a game. 5 touchdowns.
That's pushing it though. It's not really almost 2. It's like 2 and 7.5. So
it's almost 2.
That's pushing it.
That's almost 2. That's 5 touchdowns.
Sure. So 6 touchdowns, and if you push it that way, then we'll do 6 touchdowns on 3 interceptions.
Okay.
And 100 yards more passing.
So then
that's
Jordan
not
Love's
better.
That's better. More yards, more touchdowns,
There's just
and
no
3
way.
more picks. That's
well,
better.
They also play each other this season.
They do. They do.
If your man's gonna make it to week 14 or whatever
Joe,
it is,
your guy
just
was
be all
out.
Right.
Your guy was just out the full season. Two
he's
years
40,
ago.
Griff.
Okay, so you're saying if your guy can make it, he's 41. Okay, Joe.
So give me it, Griff. It's okay. You gotta give me that.
Also, Jordan Love had a higher QBR.
So
better.
Supposed to have all them wide receivers, right?
Aaron Rodgers brought all of his guys to the Jets. Those were his guys.
Yeah, you're right.
So what's the issue?
You're right.
Higher QBR, I think that
coming off an Achilles injury.
I think the higher QBR that takes our tiebreaker to my side.
No, not at all.
It does.
I don't.
It was a much higher QBR too, by the way.
No.
Aaron Rodgers had like a 40 QBR and Jordan Love was like a 96. Anyways,
okay.
I'm
taking that.
That was a bit dramatic.
I'm taking
that.
But
no, that was definitely Jordan Love's better. Now
I'm
running back, you already
you go. Okay, here, hold on. Before we go, yeah. You assembled the best team. Here's a hypothetical. You assemble the best team ever right now.
Yeah.
Defense, all the proper players. Who do you want at quarterback? If you're going to win a Super Bowl this year, who do you want at quarterback?
Jordan Love.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
Jordan Love.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Jordan Love. I'd rather have Jordan Love.
Jordan Love has not proven anything in this league yet.
Joe, Aaron Rodgers.
What are we at? Season 5
Aaron
now?
Rodgers won 1 Super Bowl in his 30 years playing.
How many MVPs?
Is it the goal to win a Super Bowl or MVPs?
How many Super Bowls does your guy? How many seasons does he play?
He's played 2 starting seasons. 2 starting seasons. I hope you know Aaron Rodgers took over.
Well, how many seasons has he been in the NFL?
5.
5.
Aaron Rodgers.
You're not helping.
Listen. Aaron Rodgers took over the Packers as a starter in 2008. They didn't win the Super Bowl until 2011. Well, yeah, 2011.
Okay.
So that was
3 years.
Give Jordan Love this year.
Guarantee you it's not going to be this year, Griff.
We'll see.
We're going to unveil this list here and see where you guys really stand.
Anyways, QBR, Jordan Love. Anyways, running back. You already gave it to Green Bay.
Yep. So now it's 1-1.
But no, stop it.
Yes.
It's not 1-1. It's
okay.
2-0. It's 2-0.
Griff, you can't, Griff. It's not.
It's 2-0.
It's not 2-0.
We'll let the people decide.
Yeah.
We'll let the people decide.
We'll make this a TikTok.
We'll let them decide.
Yeah.
Running back. And I know you already gave it to the Packers, but I just wanted to let you know that possibly our third option in Emmanuel Wilson had a better year than Jalen Warren did. Jalen
Warren was hurt all year.
But
he barely ran.
But I'm saying I think carries were similar. Yards were also similar, but Wilson had like more touchdowns. Warren only had 1 touchdown. So our third guy is possibly better than your second guy. So but obviously, Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd,
what did he do? What did Wilson do the year before that?
What does the year before have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, if you're going to bring up a man's injured ear.
He was an undrafted free agent.
So was my guy.
Jalen Warren was undrafted?
I'm pretty sure he was undrafted. Yeah, he was undrafted.
Okay.
He was undrafted.
But he's probably been in the league longer. So,
but
you already gave it to the Packers.
I did.
So,
I was trying to be respectful with it, but I see where you're going with it.
We could just move on from that. Actually, you know what, too? Let's just do real quick because I have just some information on here. Just overall team offense, you're just going to give that to the Packers, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Negative.
Well, let me just go by off of what last year was, and then kind of, obviously we're both planning on improvement.
Sure.
So you think you're going to improve. I think Packers are going to improve.
Yeah.
Just because, Golden and Jordan Love another year, and all our young guys another year.
Sure.
Just so you know, Joe, last year, yards per game, Packers 5th in the league. Steelers 23rd. So if you get better, maybe you can get to, 18, 15, probably most. But we were 5th, and we're going to get better. So top 5 for sure. Points per game, Green Bay was 8th, and Pittsburgh was 16th. So, again, I think we're going to get better. I think you guys could get better too. But 16 to 8, we're just much better than you guys. And then, do you have anything to argue about that?
Yeah, I mean, we went through a lot of changes throughout the season, but I'm not one to sit here and make distractions or arguments.
What are you gonna jump? Up
different quarterbacks.
23rd to 5 or something.
Different quarterbacks. A wideout that really wasn't part of the team. Different factors, different from you guys.
Okay,
but that's okay. Keep
going. I think we'd get that one. Team defense, Joe. Your pride and joy, the Steelers defense. Well, let's just get into the yards per game. Allowed. Green Bay 6th. Pittsburgh 12th. So close in the realm. Green Bay's better still, and we have a bunch of young guys. I think we're gonna get better. I don't know if your defense is kind of more or less the same.
Right.
So is that really gonna do much? Probably, maybe not. You got Jack Sawyer, but we'll see. Points per game. This one was close. Green Bay's still better though. Green Bay 6th, Pittsburgh 8th.
Right.
Still better last year. Obviously, this is a new year, but good signs leading to the Packers being better. Now that was a little bit off topic. Let's go to tight ends here. I just wanted to get that out the way because that was at the top of my.
It was burning you.
Top of my board.
That's
there.
all right. That's all right.
Tight ends.
Yeah, we're better.
Joe,
we're better.
I thought for sure you were going to give that to us.
For what reason?
Because Tucker Kraft is way better than whatever you got over there.
Pat, he's better than Pat.
100%.
In what way?
Let's just look at the numbers.
Go ahead.
Kraft had 707 yards. Pat had 653. That was also on a lot less catches. So yards per catch. Kraft is killing this guy, and he had more yards with the catches that he got. And then also, if you go to the backup, Washington produces nothing in the receiving game, while Musgrave was hurt last year, but he's a much better deep threat than Washington is. So with that, duo, and obviously Kraft being better than Freiermuth, Musgrave being better than Washington. If you want to say blocking, you could put Washington, but as an offensive threat, the Packers are by far
Kraft is way better than Pat. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
1-on-1 that he's way better.
He's
not way better than Kraft.
Tucker Kraft could be the best tight end in the league this year.
Please stop. He's not. He wasn't. No. Please.
If he had 50.
If we had a regular quarterback, Griff, Pat would have better numbers. But we're going through two quarterbacks in this situation, so these numbers really. Yeah, what you're saying, it does matter. You're right. But what you're saying really don't matter either because we had a whole different scenario than what you guys were running over there.
He had 50 catches for 707 yards.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a dominant side. Imagine if he had the amount of targets that like a Laporta or something like that's getting.
Did you look that up and see what his numbers were?
No, Laporta's? I did not. But no, Joe, if and also I'm watching these games. Tucker Kraft is a specimen. He's a special player, Joe.
He's good.
A special player.
He's good. I'm not saying he's not good. He's good. He's just not better than Pat.
How is Pat better?
Pat is better hands.
No,
he's a better blocker.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about? Better after the catch?
No.
You must have never seen it. You might have never seen it.
After the catch?
You must have never seen his highlights too. You must have never seen his highlights too.
Okay, Joe,
how tall is he?
I think he's like 6'3".
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Joe, what is that?
Yeah.
Joe, we're not going off of height and weight.
We're
going off of production.
And then you're going to tell me an injured guy who you haven't even seen really play is better than Darnell,
his whole rookie year, a
6'7" guy with more. Okay. In what way?
In what way? What?
In what way? How is he better? You haven't even seen him play.
He played his whole rookie year, so I happily didn't play.
How many yards did he have?
I don't know.
Oh.
Joe, don't talk about yards. Darnell Washington averages like 10 yards a season. He didn't do nothing.
Did more than him.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Pat's definitely better
than
Kraft.
Now I'm going to debunk you.
Pat's definitely better than
Kraft.
No,
he's not. He's 6'5".
Yes, he is.
He's 6'5". Tucker Kraft 6'5".
That's same as Pat.
Okay. Joe, we're not even talking about height and weight. Why are you talking about height and weight? We're talking about production, which obviously Kraft is better. And then we're gonna go look at the highlights, and you're gonna.
He's better by 50 yards. And that's with the top 10 quarterback. To your point,
with a lot less. Oh, Joe, because our team.
I don't
is
even
so
know
loaded.
how many. No, they're not.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we will. We will.
We are
no,
going
your
to get
tight
to
end
that.
room is not better than ours.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Both the guys can't. Both those guys cannot block. Their two
Yes,
main.
they can.
What's
They
their
can
two main
block.
responsibilities? Blocking and catching, right?
Okay.
Okay, who's better at blocking? Those two tandems. Our team. Who's better at catching?
No.
Okay.
Darnell Washington.
6'7".
61 yards and 200 yards.
Yep.
Okay. Let's look
multiple
at
quarterbacks.
Joe, don't
quarterbacks. Change your scheme. Whatever you want to call it.
He had 352 his first season.
Yep.
So that's better than any season Washington has had.
Okay.
There we go. Two are better than your two.
No.
Boom.
Not
Simple.
at all.
Easy.
Not at all.
Easy.
It's not. No.
Our two are better than your two.
Any sense.
Our two are better than your two.
Doesn't make any sense. I disagree with that.
That's 100%.
That's 2-1 to me. If you ask me. That's 2-1.
You're wrong.
That's 2-1.
How? Joe, I'm
We're better blockers. We're better receivers.
How are you better receivers?
We're better overall. If you're
How are you better receivers?
We're better than you.
Okay, Okay, Joe, I'm just confused on where you're getting better receivers from.
What was the targets? What did Pat's targets have? I don't know how many targets he had. Let me look, because now you got me.
I can pull it up, Joe.
I got it, too.
Okay, I'll look up Tucker then. Joe, I'm not sure where you're getting the better receivers when none of the receiving numbers are better. So I'm confused on that.
Same way you were thinking Jordan Love was better when none of his numbers were better than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, okay, but that was with less games. This is the same amount of games.
It's not the same amount of games.
It's the same amount of games in the season. Yes, it is the same amount of games.
How many games did he play?
I'm pretty sure all of them, but let me double check that. You got Pat's numbers up, Joe?
Yep.
Okay. If this thing will load, I can get Tucker's numbers up here. But so yeah, lay it on me. What's he got?
He had 653 receiving on 65 targets.
78 targets.
Receiving or receiving the ones he actually
okay,
caught.
so 50 receptions, 707 yards.
Okay.
So
still not better.
So how is that better? And what? How many touchdowns?
This is the same 7.
Okay.
Seven with yours.
So which number was better than Tucker's? Which number was better?
If you really want to go 2 for 2, season 2 for season 2, my guy's numbers look better.
Season 2 for season 2.
What season is he in?
This was his second season.
Yeah, if you want to go season 2 for season 2.
Why would we go season 2 for season 2 when we're going for next season?
If we're going for next season, he's better.
How is he better? What numbers were better from last year?
None of his numbers are better.
Okay, but he's
but
better.
Still,
but
he's still a better player. He's still a better player.
He's not a better player.
He is a better player.
He's not when all of his numbers are better.
It's not true.
What was not true about that?
I don't believe it. I'm sticking with my guy, Griff. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't know what.
How many games did he play?
I
think you got to go stats.
17 games.
Oh, he played 16. And there's a 50-yard difference?
Joe, but also the receptions are much different. 50 receptions, and he has more yards. He has more yards in less catches.
So you're telling me we should have went and looked at Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers' attempts and completions to see what they would have had to see where we are?
He has more yards in less catches. That is better.
Sure, for that season. He's still not a better overall player.
He's 100% a better overall player. There's zero doubt.
No, he's not.
100% a better player.
No, he's not.
There's not even a doubt in my mind.
In what way? He had one. He's had one. What was this? What was his numbers rookie year?
His rookie year, he was behind Musgrave, and then Musgrave got hurt, which gave him the opportunity to start, and he blew up. Now he's the starter, and Musgrave's the backup.
Musgrave had 300 yards in the first year.
Yeah, actually, he had 300 too, first year. So
good jump.
So you tell me, Joe. You tell me.
Taking my team.
No, absolutely not. Even though I'm giving you all the numbers, you're still refusing. That's okay. Receivers, Joe, you go first on this one. I want to hear the nothingness coming out of that mouth.
All right, so I was respectful enough to give you the running backs, and for the same reasons, I'll give myself the wideouts.
No.
Yes. Overall, we are the better.
How?
We are the better team.
How?
Because we have one alpha to what you guys have in terms of running back as well. So we have one alpha who averages out for everyone else on the team. You guys have Bs. Bs at top. Or
that's weird.
Second tiers. if you want to call him that. No one on your team has had over 900 yards receiving.
I'm gonna let you just go on this one.
No one on your team has ever had 900 yards receiving.
Let me know when it's my turn.
Your Golden. He's gonna be your number one wide receiver, but still, that's just potential. We don't know nothing about him yet. Mm-hmm. Is that safe to say, or is that wrong?
Okay.
You like to say that. I'm just saying.
Well, you let me know when it's my turn.
So I just think we're better overall when you put us together as a team. Roman Wilson, we still haven't seen him play. However, what he's been able to do, what I've been told, he's looking really good. DK is obviously who we know who DK is. And then who else do we have? Well, Rock Taylor, who we picked, who actually was a free agent. He had better numbers. Let me look down on my thing here.
Who is that? Who?
Rock Taylor.
Never heard of him.
He's a wideout actually. For the fans that don't know, he's a wideout from Memphis, who went undrafted, who had more receiving yards than Golden, who went first round, and I think it was actually less games as well.
Undrafted for a reason, but
less games as well. Maybe we know where the television is. We already know where the cameras are. You know what I mean? So who's watching Memphis game?
Also less competition, but okay.
Yeah, who's watching the Memphis game too? Right.
One guy plays in the SEC.
Not much of a big difference here. You're looking at 987 to 950, but numbers are numbers, stats are stats.
Yeah, one guy plays in the SEC though, so it's a little bit tougher. So
sure thing. I mean, it's not like people from Memphis don't come out and still ball out in the NFL.
But okay, what's more likely, a player come out of Memphis or a player come out of Alabama?
What's more likely? Nowadays you really don't know. What's more Alabama? Likely? Alabama nowadays you don't know.
What's more likely? Okay, Georgia or Alabama or Memphis? What's more likely?
Obviously Georgia.
Oh, it's weird. Okay. So
where do you come from? He come from Texas, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's the last Texas wideout you knew other than Xavier Worthy? Oh, okay. Right
Joe.
on. Joe. No. What you mean?
They're not. The receivers at Texas are playing other teams in the SEC.
Of course.
So what does that have to do with Texas wide receivers?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying they're going up against SEC competition, as in Georgia.
Yeah.
Who is Memphis playing?
Don't know.
And he had 30 more yards?
Yeah.
And he was played in Memphis and one guy played in the SEC. Okay.
Yeah. He played in SEC one season though. That's okay. That's okay. You're right though. But it's not like people who play in SEC don't. Does it fully transition all the time to the NFL? No. Sometimes people from Memphis and Cincinnati make it out too, right?
That's right. But
just saying.
Is that common, or is it more common for somebody from the SEC to make it?
Probably obviously ACC.
Okay. SEC.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You're right.
Okay. Yeah. I just want.
But nonetheless, just saying, think high of him, but just know we got a guy too, just in case you were wondering. But I think overall we're just a better wide receiver core. I'm more ready to defend than anything because I know you're gonna say some dumb shit. But
let me tell you why you're absolutely wrong, Joe.
Here we go. Let's hear it.
Now, I'm gonna just take away. Now, okay, are you willing to say that Matthew Golden is gonna be better than Roman Wilson at least?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm not even going to talk about them, but that's a ridiculous thing. Matthew Golden's obviously going to be better than Roman Wilson. Now, let's just go off of, because we could go guy for guy, and obviously we'd win that. But, we got Golden, Dobbs, Reed, Watson, Wicks, and a couple more guys. You guys have Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, Robert Woods.
Rock Taylor, don't forget him.
Okay.
Just talked about him.
But let's just go with what we've seen. How about that? So if we go with what we've seen, I'm not even putting Golden in here. Now, obviously, he's going to be a huge factor for Green Bay. I'm not even going to put him in here. Let's just go the top receivers from the Packers last year. Three top receivers that are on Pittsburgh right now, which would be Metcalf, Austin, and Woods. Now, for Green Bay, it is Reed,